Hello friends! Finally, after weeks of waiting, the second part of episode 4 of The Nightmare's Beginning is out. And as all of you know, it wouldn't be me if I weren't to make an analysis and discuss every detail for your viewing pleasure. My goal is to reach 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, so if you can just subscribe, it'll make my day, and it motivates me to make these types of content. And shout out to QF Ball for helping to make this episode. Go subscribe to his channel. It's actually pretty good. Anyway, let's analyze this episode already. So right in the beginning of the video, we can hear a certain sound. This sound is from the song title called Woody Want, and it's the same song that's used in Ian's new series. Then we get shown the TNB text that glitches for a moment. This glitch may be a foreshadow of what will happen later in the episode, but we'll talk about that later. We then get shown the ending for the previous part when Frelstan told Ian to get UK Mapper home. And I can't help but laugh because Frel actually looks pissed. We then get shown the house that Ian and UK Mapper live in, and honestly, it's pretty small. Check out this garage. This could be the same garage in the first episode where Frel was talking to UK Mapper since it's shown to be connected with the rest of the house. Ian then comes into UK Mapper's room and tells him that he shouldn't wander off aimlessly because the world is dangerous. After a 20-second conversation, we then cut to Zav. She seems to be in a park somewhere in Southern California because that is where one of the fragments was shown. Then the red cube just spawns from thin air. And what? Why did this cube just randomly decided to show itself? Do these cubes have some sort of abilities? Is Zyruth controlling these cubes? Well, I mean, yeah, mostly because it's technically Zyruth. But wouldn't it make sense if it appeared in a red glow of some sort? I have a theory that someone besides Zyruth is controlling these cubes because it seems unlikely that the redstone block from Minecraft can move on their own. Zav slowly went to the direction of the cube, and suddenly everything started getting glitchy. As she approached the cube, she said that the cube has some sort of domain, whatever that means. Then, more of these cursed balls spawn within the range of the cube. I have another theory for the redstone block from Minecraft. I believe that when an individual gets infected with the cubes, it can lock them inside somewhere and can release them when necessary. If that is the case, then I feel bad for these people. Who knows how long they've been trapped in the cube's grasp? Take a look with these two infected. Notice that there's a star in the center of their face, and how their blue and red glows attached to them. This further proves my theory because country balls have flags on their faces. So these must be the remaining colors that were on their flags before they got cursed. Zav instantly switches a mode to lock in and begins to destroy these infected really quickly. Remember how in episode 2, FSE and UK Mapper struggles with only one? Well, she can handle an entire squad of them. Zav's weapon of choice is this long black block that can shape itself into different types of weapons. This looks so similar to the weapon UK Mapper had in episode 3 when he was possessed. Could this mean that Zav is also possessed? Well, I highly doubt it because she wouldn't have to destroy these balls if she was possessed by Zyruth. Although, when UK Mapper was possessed, he did kill one of the infected balls, so either option is plausible. Then a big one arrives, and this ball has scratches and marks all over its body. Maybe the bigger infected has been stuck inside the cube for ages and probably adapted to its surroundings. Zav jumps into the air superhero style and defeats it with a single swing. Damn, this girl really is strong. After she cooked that infected, we then saw Zav's flashback, and she had a son? So does this mean that Zav is a mom? If so, then who's the father? Anyway, this kid complains that he's been getting bullied in school. And I feel why a little fella. I was once bullied because I was different, so I understand his struggles. Zav then comforts a child, and she told him if those bullies were going to do something, she'll tell authorities. Then we cut to FSA, who still looks pretty injured, and is watching TV. Honestly, I might do the same thing when I'm that injured. We went inside UK Mapper's head again, and yep, there's Zyruth, and he looks different. My guy really hadn't been taking care of himself. He has scratches and cracks all over his body, and his eyes are now a maroon color instead of black. This could be a style thing. Maybe they wanted to improve Zyruth's looks, or maybe he's getting weaker, and his body is falling apart because of it. But what surprised me the most is that he speaks. And is voiced by Ray aka UK Mapper himself. And honestly, he did a good job voicing him, but I've also taken to voicing him, but it was just a fan voice and I did it for fun. My throat hurt when I did the voice, but it was worth it in the end. And I need to say this again, this is just a fan voice. It's not canon to the actual series, but you can comment who did the better voice. Anyways, Zyruth said to UK Mapper that he had fun controlling his body and how easily it was to beat FSA. UK Mapper asks who he is, still not knowing who Zyruth is, even though he heard his name several times. He then asks what his goal is, to which he replied with,
"You will see. You all see."
I believe that his goal is to take control of the universe and enslave every being in it, and does seem realistic, but just wait until the lock in Geas shows up. Then UK Mapper arose from his sleep, having a headache when he stood up. Ian then gets a call from his phone, and holy damn bro, what is this Hello Kitty, Windows, radio phone is this? Anyways, it's a call from Fralstan, and is asking for Ian's help for another mission because FSE is inactive right now. Apparently, Ian works with Fralstan now. After accepting the mission, Fralstan said that he'll send the location. Honestly, I don't think you can do that with Ian's ugly-ass phone. Ian then goes to UK Mapper's room to tell him if he wants to come. UK Mapper agrees with a bit of hesitation and leaves along with his dad, and that's the end. It was indeed a peak episode, and the fight scene with Zav was totally worth the wait. Again, shout out to QF Ball for helping to make this episode, and that's it from me. Goodbye and good night.